Through the early 1970s, if a state wanted a picture on its license plate, there was one main option: emboss it into the metal. Whether it was a state outline, a mountain range, or a bucking bronco, the image had to be stamped right into the plate. That meant the design was limited by what could be embossed and the foreground and background colors of the plate. South Dakota, however, did things differently. Instead of embossing the graphic, the state embossed a flat rectangle that could be screen printed afterward. This allowed for finer detail, even text, but the process wasn't perfect. The image could be misaligned, or the paint could pool, creating inconsistent results. Around the same time, the manufacturing company 3M, which had pioneered reflective license plates, was working on an innovation that would have a profound effect on license plate design. Reflective plates were becoming the industry standard, but competitors had entered the market, and many states were replacing plates less often. At 3M's plant in Nevada, Missouri, engineers combined advances in reflective sheeting with high-speed printing techniques to create something new. Suspending reflective beads in a polymer created a flat, printable surface capable of sharp detail, multiple colors, and far more creative designs than embossing allowed. Graphics were printed on this sheeting first, prior to the rest of the plate production process, with the sheeting being laminated to the metal used to make the plates before embossing. As this was a proprietary process, we don't have all the details, and the VRHC encourages anyone with primary source documentation to reach out to us. South Dakota became the proving ground for this new approach. Its 1974 license plates featured decorative lettering, a two-color state name, and a detailed image of Mount Rushmore, features that couldn't have been produced using traditional embossing. Describing the process as perfected, 3M sought to take the idea nationwide. As the 1976 Bicentennial approached, the company encouraged states to celebrate with colorful, commemorative plates. 3M Nevada plant manager George Remark summed it up this way: "They are dressing up their drab, two-tone combinations of numerals and letters with bright pictorials which promote the virtues of their states." 3M argued that the technology was affordable, adding only about 5 cents per plate to give states the ability to print almost any multicolored design they could imagine. By the end of 1976, 14 states had adopted the new graphic sheeting process. Not everyone was on board. Missouri officials argued that the overall cost to taxpayers was much higher than advertised, and some critics simply disliked the new look. An Alaska state senator said that his constituents thought the graphic on their new plate looked more like a pile of dirt than a bear. Others argued that the new technology encouraged designers to clutter license plates with too much artwork. But critics lost the larger battle. By the mid-1980s, more than half of the states had adopted graphic sheeting. Some used it simply to print a cleaner state name or motto. Others embraced large, colorful, scenic designs. Today, printed graphics are so common that it's easy to forget they represent one of the biggest technological changes in the history of license plate manufacturing.